Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's try to play Donkey Kong Country 1 for the GBA. Last time we made it to the Forest Frenzy, and in this episode we will be completing a majority of Vine Valley. Yayness. Now, as I said before, Forest Frenzy is the first level where rope mechanics really start to play up. This is because of the zingers that are all around and the sheer amount of jumping that you have to do in order to make it through the level. It's not necessarily a hard level, but it is one of those levels where you need to keep an eye on what you're doing a lot. Just like a majority of the levels in the game. And other than that, there's not really much to say about this level. I love the background here. That life is hard to get without getting hit, but it is possible. And this section right here can be a real pain in your ass if you don't really like dodging. You should at this point. It's a Donkey Kong game. Yep. Alright, and this part over here is hard. It's hard to get this photo because you have to roll jump a very specific way to make sure that you don't actually hit, to make sure that you don't actually fall off and still actually get the picture. And now we're going into a mostly hidden bonus area. This one is hard if you don't prepare for it. Just prepare for it and you'll be fine. Well, the bonus area itself isn't, but getting into it can be, a bit difficult. Then the bonus area itself is incredibly basic. Hang onto the rope, go up and down to collect all the rows of bananas, and the Enguarde statue at the bottom. Yay for Enguarde! Enguarde seriously is one of my favorite of the animal buddies, and it's a good thing that he makes it into each of the games, except I think 3. Not sure. I'll have to recheck that. But anyway, that's the end. That is the end of Forest Frenzy. Sorry for the stutter there. And we are moving on to Orangutan Gang. This is the first level that introduces Lanky Kong. Well, at least what I think was supposed to be Lanky Kong. They're actually called orangutans in this game. At least I believe so. We'll have to wait for the enemy roll. I plan on actually soloing the casting call simply 'cause I'm like that. But yes, this is also the first level where we get a new animal. This is also the first time that we get to see our new animal buddy. He's up there at the top of the hill. Go on, dude. Expresso the ostrich. Again, I've already mentioned I do not like Expresso. I really don't. But he's not required for this level. In fact, the level's probably a lot easier without him. But there is a certain part where I like to use him. And that part will be coming up later because I will get Expresso again. Spoilers. Woot. Go down here to get the N. It's rather hidden this time. I'm not entirely sure why, but it is. And this particular claptrap is a bit annoying because of the added speed that's been added to, a majority of the enemies. They're now starting to move a bit faster. It is officially the latter half of Act 3, so yeah, I do expect the enemies to start to get a bit more challenging. Up there is impossible to get without a certain helper. Spoilers, it's Expresso. And we will be getting Expresso again so I can show off what's up there, at least part of what's up there. Yeah, just throw the steel rimmed barrel, get through here, and boom, Expresso. Just don't fall through the floor in this bonus area, and you should get him. Plus, you get an extra life. Yay! All right, and we're now moving back simply so I can show off that area. There's nothing much up there. I think the G is up there if you know what you're doing. I don't, so I don't get it. And yeah, I don't really have a lot to say for this stuff in Vine Valley. Even though it is the level that I was stuck on the most as a kid, I don't really have many issues with it. Mainly because I play this game too much nowadays. I really do love the Donkey Kong Country series, barring 3, of course. I do not like 3. But yeah, that's the end of Orangutan Gang. It's definitely a harder level than the ones before it. But not much else. Anyway, we are moving on to Clam City. There's a photo in here that I don't get. I'm sorry. But go through this wall, and you'll get the K and Enguarde. One of my favorite of the animal buddies. I seriously do love Enguarde. It's like He's awesome. And anyone who says otherwise is just being mean-spirited. Unfortunately, I don't get to keep Enguarde for long on this level. I just get hit too much, and I can do the level without Enguarde rather easily. But these clams right here are annoying. And every time that I see them, I get annoyed by them infinitely. The pearl shot attack that they do it's not hard to avoid, but it is definitely one of the harder to avoid attacks in game. I forget where the photo specifically is. I may have already passed it. I think it's actually up there somewheres. I don't know. And these guys are bigger. These guys are called chomps. They are rather interesting. They're not really interesting. They're your just basic shark type enemy. And they don't really do much. Croctopus, I'm just trying to go over enemy names now. These guys have a set pattern that you can easily avoid if you know what you're doing. Damn clams. That's not their actual name, but I do not like them, so I curse at them. Alright, from Clam City, which isn't really that hard of a level. I like it, but it's not that hard. We move on to the hardest level in this area. No, not Candy's Dance Studio, but Temple Tempest. Temple Tempest is a really fun level if you know how to speed through it. Because again, we have really cool enemies. Note, I don't know how to speed through it all the way. I still have fun with it though. So I seriously don't remember what those are called. Kind of sucks because I think that they have an interesting name. Maybe it's Squeaks. I don't think it's Squeaks. It could be Squeaks though. And here we have our Indiana Jones reference. Do-do-do. Yeah, I'm not saying that at least. And they will actually chase you. Once you go under them, they will attempt to chase you. It's not really that hard of a level, but it is the hardest level that we get here. Well, maybe. I personally think that Forest Frenzy is a bit harder, but it is the second to last level, and it has certain aspects that make it difficult because of that. I'm pretty sure you do have to get hit in order to get that photo. You probably don't, but I think you do, so I'm going to say that you have to get hit. There's not a lot to avoid in this level other than the mouse wheels, so there's not really much to talk about. Again, banana arrow to the bonus area, and unfortunately, guys, I'm not gonna cut out this. I'm not gonna cut out the bonus rooms, the ones that I actually go to, nor am I gonna cut out this following part. I should, and I know that I should, but I don't. So I apologize for that already. Yeah, we're going back into Rambi's room. I didn't intend to go back into Rambi's. I totally forgot what the prize was for this one. I don't have the prizes memorized, just a few of the locations. But yeah, there's not really a lot to say about Rambi's bonus room other than it's awesome. The ice physics here will strip you up, like I've mentioned before, but they're not that noticeable. And you know, just work around them. Jump all the damn time. You should be safe and fine. Maybe safe and fine. What do you guys think about the other Donkey Kong games, or even this Donkey Kong game? I personally think that Donkey Kong Country 1, well, I think Donkey Kong Country 1 is the best of the series. Well, not the best. I personally think 2 is the best. But Donkey Kong Country 1 introduced us to this series, and it kept going strong throughout most of it. But what do you guys think is your best one? Because, well, I'm a bit curious. I noticed that I haven't gotten any comments yet, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not really expecting many views from this. It's just another Donkey Kong Let's Play, or rather, a Let's Try to Play, and it's post-commentated, so it's not even all that humorous. But seriously, let me guys know. What do you guys think is your favorite Donkey Kong Country game? I again personally prefer 2 because of the mechanic shift that we got. And of course, you have the rocking end level themes. Really like those. Mind you, there are a few levels in 2 that I absolutely hate, but it's a challenge. It's supposed to be. Yeah, this is just me rambling at this point. So I guess we're gonna cut. I guess we're gonna cut off the video here. Next time on Let's Try to Play Donkey Kong Country 1 for the GBA, we take on the boss of Vine Valley, Queen Bee. See you guys then. Wootness for all of your kid.